Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to Engaged and Divorced, the podcast where I wear the rings.
And I'm trying to figure out these damn things.
So as you've noticed, it's been a while.
A really long time.
And we have some explaining to do.
Yeah. This podcast has taken so much of our lives away from us.
Mm-hmm.
And so we've discussed it. And
this is the end.
It's just really hard to talk about. We're ending the podcast. Kylie. This was Kylie's idea and she didn't go along with it.
Because it wouldn't even be that big of a deal. Like, we're acting like the world's over. But that's kind of how everyone on the internet is.
Hey, there might be somebody out there who was just heartbroken for a minute.
That's true. We're not ending the podcast. We are
kidding.
Back and better than ever. You may even notice if you're watching. Notice anything weird, different?
What's different about us if you're watching us on YouTube?
Yeah, comment below. See if you can figure it out.
This is weird for me.
Yeah.
This is our first time recording like this.
Yeah.
We don't have any headphones.
Yeah, we're trying to be like everyone else who doesn't wear headphones
well,
when
we
they
were
record.
I was talking about Kylie and I'm like, I feel like the only people who wear headphones are like 55-year-old men.
Yeah.
Talking about like tech gear on their podcasts and stuff.
We got to stay young and hip.
We got to stay, yeah, we're still young and hip.
Yeah.
You know, like, I feel like this year I've had such an identity crisis where I feel so old. So I got to get rid of everything that makes me feel that way.
Mm-hmm.
Headphones on podcasts,
gone
for us.
I'm not sure I understand. Is there something else I can't help with?
What's going on, Kylie?
Go away, Siri.
We didn't.
Found this on the web.
He does this all the time. When I'm like teaching, he'll just randomly start talking and the students hear it.
Oh, that's awful.
So
anyways.
We're back.
The one disadvantage about not having headphones is I can't hide my hair. I didn't do anything with my hair today.
Oh.
Because I was just like, it looks like crap. But I'm like, it's okay. When I have the headphones on, you won't be able to tell. Psych.
Also, I get to wear my dinosaur earrings. That's why I didn't want to take them off. They're little dinosaurs.
The amount of times I've had to take off my earrings for this podcast.
I know. That's why we're done, guys.
Because I have cute earrings and I need to show them off.
We're done with that. Okay? We're maturing. We're growing. And we are here and we're back.
Why have we been gone for so long? Jeez. What a summer.
We can't even remember when we recorded last. Like I think it was like May, but
we interviewed a guest who's going to be our next episode.
It's going after this?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because it'd be weird if I just posted her now. Because it's like we haven't been on in months.
True.
But we do have a guest, our very first real guest other than our family that we interviewed. And that is a great episode. So you'll definitely have to watch that. Mm-hmm. And then I'm talking to a few other people that we're going to bring on as guests. So this is going to be our era of interviewing people.
Ooh, interview era.
Yeah.
Wow. So where do we begin?
Where did we
leave off? You know, like
I don't even know where we left off. I guess we could just do a life update. Should I start? You want to start?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I moved. I used to live with our parents, and then our grandma has dementia, and some days are better than others. I take her to all of her appointments, and I'm kind of there for everything already. Mm-hmm. So it made sense for me to move in. And the kids have their own rooms now, which they really, really love. And so far, it's been a pretty smooth transition.
You forgot to mention that you made their rooms look hella cool.
Oh, yeah. I did do that. I gave them little room makeovers because I just wanted their rooms to feel like a special safe haven for them. Because it's like with dementia, you don't really know how fast it's going to progress or what's going to happen. And as you know, like I think she's already progressed quite a lot since... Grandpa passed like a year and a half ago. Mm-hmm. So I get worried that, it'll accelerate and then the kids are going to be in the middle of that. And I think it's good for the kids to be a part of this, not to like see all of the hard things, which luckily they haven't really witnessed anything that I feel like is like going to be traumatizing for them or anything like that. Like grandma's still very aware and still like very there. But there's good days and bad days. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, I want a place for them to go to on the not so great days. So I decorated their rooms to their personalities. Jude got a Harry Potter room. Eden got like unicorns and rainbows and butterflies. So if you haven't seen those, they're on my Instagram if you want to look at those. But yeah, I'm still unpacking. I've lived there for like a month and a half. I'm still unpacking because there's just so much stuff to like throw away and organize.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then on top of that, I'm getting rid of all her stuff in the basement.
Yeah, that's
and
a lot.
she has a lot of stuff.
There's a lot down there, guys.
So I have to like unpack while I'm packing her stuff, and I'm like, this is gonna take me like a full year at this point, which I've committed to living there for a year. So
Good.
So yeah,
That's a good amount of time.
yeah, I think it's a good amount. I feel like in a year's time, my life will be at a different place. And I am talking about my boyfriend.
Ooh, let's hear details. How's that going?
It's
Now that
going
we
great.
can finally talk about him. I feel like
I
we
know.
announced it and then just like
And then
disappeared.
peaced out.
Yeah.
It's going so great. Yeah, it's just moving right along the way it's supposed to, and everything's just kind of falling into place. And we've had the discussion of living together. Like I have told you guys in previous episodes, our family are evangelical Christians, and they don't want him moving in with us unless we're married. And I'm like, well, listen, can't get married anytime soon.
You're an adult too, so there's that.
I am an adult.
Yeah.
This is a whole other topic, and I want to get somebody on here to talk about purity culture, I think, because I'm still very much like immersed in it sometimes with things like this. But at the same time, I have to respect grandma,
Right.
She
Grandma,
has
I
those
think,
old-fashioned values,
Yeah.
and like that's cool. Like,
I think grandma has a say in it because it's her house.
right.
But like if it wasn't her house, then it doesn't matter. Like if you're
Yeah.
just moving somewhere,
Yeah.
it's your decision.
A year's time, I feel like is a good amount of time.
Yeah, for sure.
Um,
That's definitely good.
I met his mom.
Mm.
I have yet to meet his dad, but I met his mom, and that went amazingly. She actually was like, how come you haven't posted anything about me, about meeting me?
Well, here we go.
So here we go. I don't know if she'll listen to this podcast, but I met her, and immediately she was like, we just clicked.
Oh, that's
Like
great.
we got along so well, and she was like, I have prayed for you to come into his life for so many years, and like you're everything that I've prayed for. And I was just like,
That's cute.
stop. And then the next day she met the kids, and that was great. And then she invited us over to their house, and they live really far away. They live like 3 hours away. But when we got there, she had a sign that said like, welcome Shaylee, Jude, and Eden.
Aw.
And they catered food for us. She got like these tables with like huge like canopies over them so we could sit outside in the shade.
What?
She got a ton of water
It was just
balloons
you
for the
guys?
kids. Yeah.
Oh
It
my
was just us,
gosh.
and then her stepson who's like 15, and then her husband. And obviously Austin, my boyfriend.
I'm
But
obsessed.
I know.
That
I was
is
just
so
like,
sweet.
I was like, I turned to Austin and I'm like, does she do this all the time? And he's like, no, she's just doing this for you. I'm like,
Oh
it was so sweet. She got all of these games for the kids.
my gosh.
Like, just went above and beyond for all of us. And it was so sweet. And Eden was like, I can't believe she did all of this just for us. It was so sweet.
That's so sweet.
I
I didn't know
know.
about all that because she has a horse.
Yeah, we
I
went
think
there
that's
to
the only
go
thing I
visit her horse. So while we were there visiting, we're like, we could just eat there and spend a few hours there. So it
Aw.
went way better than I anticipated. I think like meeting her, I was the most nervous about. I've met his friends as well, but I have yet to meet like other members of his family. But his mom was like the thing I was most nervous about. Because it's like it matters.
Yeah.
Your relationship with your boyfriend or your husband's mom, like
Yeah.
it's a big deal
for sure.
for me, especially because we're very like family oriented people. Like I want to make sure that I get along with his family too.
Yeah.
So it went really well, and that was great, and really happy about
Aw.
that.
Fangirling.
What else is
We
new?
we
I
love
don't
a
know.
healthy relationship.
I know. I feel like I'm sweating right now because it's hot in this room
Oh my gosh, it feels so good in here compared to
other
usual.
days.
Give it a couple hours.
Oh, I am aware, but I'm like, I've been sweating from the moment summer started.
You just never stop.
No, I literally never stop. Like, I always feel sweat in my head, like in my scalp. It's so gross. I'm not made for this weather. Summer kills me. Anybody else out there? Like, there's got to be other people out there that hate it.
I think you talked about this last time.
Yeah, probably, because I hate it.
We're ready for fall, though. Woo!
Yes.
It's coming up.
Totally ready for fall. Are you doing anything fun for fall?
The second it turned August 2 days ago, I was like, it's fall. Like, I literally opened the blinds and I went, the fall air. Even though there's not much there left. But like on the first,
It feels
in the
like
morning,
fall in the very, very
yeah,
morning.
and it was rainy that morning, and I was like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
Have you been in the Midwest lately?
I know. Yes, I'm always doing stuff for fall. Always. So I'm going to Disneyland in September. Woo, 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 woo. And so I'm excited for that because I've never been during like Halloween time. So, and that's my favorite holiday. So I'm excited to see like all the decorations and go on the Haunted Mansion because it's supposed to be like Nightmare Before Christmas themed and everything.
Have you seen that movie, by the way, the new one?
Haunted Mansion? No, I want to though. I need to see it.
It's out. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good movies out
I've
right
heard
now.
it's good. Yeah, so doing that, and then besides that, I mean, Halloween party, celebrating Halloween every day of October. That's like what I did last year. I watched a Halloween movie every day. I just don't get tired of them. I don't know why. I could watch them every year. So it's like the best time of year, the Burr months. That's what I always say. Like September, October,
Yes.
November, December. That's
Oh,
like the
100%.
best time. Mm-hmm.
Those are the best months all
Yeah,
year.
and it's coming up.
The Burr months. I like that. That's cute.
It's coming up.
It is coming up. I'm excited. Well, our 1 year anniversary is in September.
Oh, what? Already?
Yeah.
Holy.
So we're almost there.
Guys, you see how long this was a secret for me, for you?
For me, for you. You know what? Okay, you know what's really crazy? Today is August 3rd.
Uh-huh.
And 1 year ago today, I was driving in my car.
Uh-huh.
And I was making a video blog, which I do to myself. Like, I don't share them with
Oh,
anybody
I do that
else.
too, yeah.
You do that too?
Mhm.
Okay. It's good to like get it out.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons why I like making videos, because I can like process my emotions out loud. And I guess the podcast as well.
Yeah.
But like,
I have to do that.
sometimes there's just things I can't share publicly. So I made this like private journal diary video thing for myself, just saying I'm tired of being in relationships with these guys, like situationships where I'm pouring all my time and energy. I'm driving to them and they're never driving to me. I'm paying for most of the dates. I'm initiating everything. Like, I'm doing everything. And I'm so tired of like no guy wanting to actually like be with me, but they just kind of like want to use me. And I understood that I had a role in that because I allowed it to happen, but I was like, no more. Absolutely never, ever again. I was like, I will not be in a relationship with somebody who doesn't value me for me.
Hell yeah.
And then that day, I was in a like restaurant eating a cheeseburger by myself. And I was like scrolling Facebook, dating, and I came across Austin's profile.
Ooh,
And
that is a
he had
sign.
liked me. And then I messaged him saying like, you seem really cool. And then he messaged me back. So that was
my
exactly
gosh.
1 year ago today. And it's
you
just,
met him.
it's not even ironic to me that like I made this pact and this vow with myself. And then I met him
Yeah.
like an hour later.
yeah.
Isn't that wild?
That is. You manifested that.
I don't know how I feel about manifestation 100%.
Yeah.
But if it's real, it happened.
So that's what I've been getting into recently.
Yeah.
Is like understanding manifestation. And so, because I don't know, like I also am kind of like, I don't know, because I think like you can manifest things, but you have to like obviously work for things. You can't just expect them to like,
right.
like some people like manifest money and they think that it's just gonna happen one day, like they're gonna
Yeah, you
just
still
get
have
$1
to put in
million.
the work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's kind of like that with prayers as well, you know?
right. But yeah, it's,
Like you can pray to God for a better job or like
Yeah.
whatever, but like you also have to put in the work. Yeah.
there's a really good podcast called Manifesting Miracles. It's really good.
Okay, cool.
And they kind of like, they start, the first episode just talks about like what manifestation is and it goes from there.
yeah.
So if anyone else is interested, go check it out.
yeah.
Not sponsored.
And let us know how you feel about manifestation, because I in a lot of ways I did manifest him, because like I wrote in a journal before I met him. It was called like Single is Your Superpower, and I just laid out like all the traits I want in a partner and what I'm looking for and what I won't settle for.
Yeah.
And he's like all of the things.
Yeah.
So probably
Yeah.
technically speaking, I manifested him, I guess.
Right.
But yeah.
Because like
Anyways.
when you write something down a lot, or when you start to really believe it, that's when it comes true.
Yeah.
And that's what manifesting is. Like
That's
with
true.
goals, you have to believe that you're going to get there one day, and then it will happen.
The best person who manifested their life, I don't know if you've heard this story about like Will Smith before he was famous. He would wake up every day and picture himself like already famous. And picture himself already exactly where he like dreamed of himself to be. So his confidence like matched that because he was so sure of who he was and like where he wanted to be that he didn't even like think for a second like, no, I'm actually not famous. I'm actually not here. And he like basically just believed it until it happened and until it came true.
Yeah,
I love
that's
that.
what I'm working on right now. Actually.
That's so
Yeah.
hard to do.
It is.
Because there's like imposter syndrome and there's like always doubting yourself
right.
and
And you don't
comparison
wanna
with
look
social
like,
media.
Like for me, it's like I'm going to look like a fool if like I'm the only one that believes this stuff about me, or like if I'm like convincing people like, no, it will happen. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just hard to like, yeah. That's why I'm trying to understand it more, but I like it. I think it's cool. Good way to think of things. Better than being like, I'm a failure.
Oh, much better.
Nothing to offer. Like,
For sure. That doesn't get you anywhere.
yeah, no.
But yeah, for our 1 year anniversary, we're going to go to Glenwood Springs and Aspen.
Oh.
I've always wanted to go to Aspen in the fall.
Ooh, that'll be
And
really
that's
pretty.
his favorite place. So we're going to go to Aspen for like a day.
Oh my gosh.
We can't stay there because it's like $1,500 a night to stay in Aspen.
Oh,
So we're just going to go there for like the day. But
1,500. That's crazy.
that's my fun fall plans.
Dang.
Okay, what's your life update?
Hoi.
I talked a lot about myself.
There's a lot. Okay, so I've been traveling. I travel a little bit this summer. I've tried to limit my vacations to like 4 this year rather than, I think last year I had like 7 or 8. So I tell people I'm only doing 4 vacations. They're like, what? But I'm truly believe like everybody needs vacations every few months.
For sure.
So I went to Omaha, Nebraska for a Lizzo concert, which was so fun. And then in July I went to San Diego. We go there pretty much every year for 4th of July. So that was fun. Got a nice little sunburn there as per usual on the beach. It always happens. But it's always fun there when we like get to spend time with Basil's family and everything. So we always have a blast. And that place is like so special to us because it's like where we got engaged and everything. So it's always, that place just like has my heart. And then in July I also went to Michigan, which was like one of the coolest places I've ever been. And I was definitely not expecting that. Like when I thought of Michigan before, I was like, there's no way it's that cool. But then when I got there, I was like, wait a second, like, how is this in the Midwest? So, they like the lake is just Lake Michigan is beautiful. It's so clean. Like they call it pure Michigan for a reason, but it's like so clean. We were on like the nice side. I will say like we were in like the beach towns. And so that was nice because like we weren't really like in Detroit. Like I'm sure I would have viewed it differently if we were like in the city area.
Right.
But it was cool to just like see these little beach towns and like everyone was so nice and the beaches were super clean. Like it felt like you were at the ocean, except you could go in the water and not feel like you're going to get killed by a bunch of like fish and like you're not stepping on weird things. Like it was just amazing. The water was perfect.
Death by fish.
Yeah. We stayed at an Airbnb right by the lake. So we got to just like walk down.
That's pretty cool.
And I went with some friends. It was like a nice like reunited girls trip.
So did you guys get like a big house?
Yeah, we just did an Airbnb, a little one that had like one room downstairs and then one upstairs.
Oh, okay.
The room upstairs had like 4 beds, so we could just like.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was cool.
So y'all just hung out upstairs together?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
There was
so
4 of you, right?
Yeah, there's 4 of us, and then we explored the little town. The Airbnb we were at had bikes, and so my friend and I took a bike
that's so
out,
fun.
but the bikes were in really bad condition, and I thought I was gonna die the whole time. Like both of ours were like shaking the
Like
whole
the
time,
chain-
and
the
like
chains were
yeah,
messed up?
we couldn't brake, so
Oh
that
my
was fun.
What?
We just kind of
You
hope for
rode
the
bikes
best.
without braking?
Yeah.
How
but
do
they-
you stop? You just put your feet
Yeah.
down like the old-fashioned way when we were kids?
Yep, I got a few scars.
Oh my gosh.
But that was so fun, and like it was with my friends. I don't get to see that often, so it was cool to like reconnect with them. And we went to like a bunch of lighthouses, which I've never seen a lighthouse.
That's cool.
And
I
it's-
didn't know they had lighthouses there.
Michigan is a lighthouse capital of the world.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Look it up.
I thought it was like Maine. I'd assume it's like
I know,
Maine.
me too. So we saw like at least I would say like 4 or 5 lighthouses.
Wow.
And it was just so fun. I've never seen one. And then there's like, they have a working windmill there too. And we got to like, they have like this whole entire little town, and it has like windmills and everything.
What
And,
city
like,
were
it's
you
like
in?
a Dutch village. Grand Haven area.
Okay.
I would live there in an instant, y'all. And
It looks like a Dutch village.
yeah, you literally step into this little area, and it's like a Dutch village, and there's like a working windmill. We got to go upstairs in
How
the windmill.
cute.
They have like shoes, like the wooden shoes that they sell, little like Ferris wheels. And one thing I noticed about where we were, there was so much for kids to do. Like I was like, it would be so fun to grow up there, because they like, anywhere you go, there's like something fun for you to do. We walked on the pier, and it literally felt like we're on the ocean, and like all these kids are just like in their boats, like with their parents. And I'm like, oh, these children are so lucky. And there's like a musical fountain that goes every weekend, and they like have a theme. And so when we went, it was Star Wars, and it just like played Star Wars music and like changed colors, and like the whole
Wow.
town goes to it. I was obsessed. I really want to live in like that kind of town, like a little like lake town.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
I love the vibe. And so
And then in the wintertime, they like ice skate on the lake and
yeah,
stuff.
then the wintertime, they have so many activities, and it's actually really ironic. I found out that my students, their siblings that I taught them yesterday, and they both live in that area. And I was like, so tell me, are the winters bad? And they're like, it's really not that bad. So I'm like,
For them, because they're used to it, probably.
I know, but I'm like, maybe I'll move there one day. Probably not, but I recommend
That'd be
going to
cute.
Michigan, because it is like, especially that area. I definitely was not expecting that, but I loved it.
So book your next trip to Michigan, you guys.
Yeah.
I've never been there, so I
Yeah.
need to go.
It was super cool. I was very impressed by all of it overall. Anyway, so that, and then now my next vacation's in September, so just like doing some traveling, and then I'm taking a long break from vacay. So yeah. But other news, I'm still teaching, still got my business going. I've started to include coaching a little bit, so I'm releasing some things this month that I'm excited for, to hopefully like get that part going more.
Do you teach adults as well, or just children?
At theater, I just teach kids, but my coaching business will be like helping other people like start a coaching business, that kind of thing,
Okay.
or like starting a teaching business. So
So if you guys are interested in like having your children learn like theater,
yeah, acting
or
lessons.
if you want a coach, go to her page.
Yeah,
Is
I
it
gotcha.
grow with Kiley?
Yeah. And if you want my OutSchool link that has my classes, just hit me up.
Kiley.
Shameless plug.
Yeah, though that's exciting. That's really cool.
I just like this time of year, I always feel more motivated. Like I have a hard time in the beginning of the year, because it's just like the weather sucks and I don't want to do anything. That's why I like summer, is just because like I get all my energy. Like it's like I'm ready to go. So
Really, that's so interesting.
yeah,
I get all my energy in like end of
winter.
August, early September.
Yeah.
In September, I feel like the most productive,
Okay.
all the way until like April, maybe.
Okay. Mine's like July to December.
So we're like opposite.
Yeah. That's why we work well together, right?
Yeah.
So we've also, Basil and I have been going to the gym every day, pretty much. Like I'm trying to just like move my body every day, and like
It's cool.
eat different foods, like try different foods out, to like better support, just like eating well-rounded meals, that kind of thing. So yeah, that I'm trying to, I don't know if y'all care about this, but I'm trying to get my hormones back on track so I can have children. Is that a fun update?
Yeah, it is. It is really fun. Because everybody in the family is ready for a baby.
Everyone except Mom's just like, just wait. But then she's like, you need a baby.
No, they're always like, we need another baby in this
Yeah, they're
family.
ready.
Because like my kids are like so much older now.
Yeah.
And we all miss the baby stage.
Yeah. So I'm kind of prepping for that right now. Like I want to get to a healthier, like I just want to feel healthier first, get my hormones back on track, and then like, save up some money, and then like I'll be ready to go. In a
So
few
are you
months.
still aiming for like the end of the year?
Hopefully, yeah. Or beginning of next year. So
Okay.
I'm like every
So
time.
next summer or fall, you could have a baby.
And I'm so scared of that, because
1 year from now, you could be holding a baby on this podcast.
Well, I think I'd be preggo. I don't think I'd be holding a baby yet, because I'd have to
That's
get
true.
pregnant
Never mind.
fast.
Yeah, never mind.
But I mean, sometimes when people get off the pill, it's like instant, and I'm getting off at the end of September. So
and then you have to try to avoid it for a few
yeah.
months, right?
Anyway, y'all are so welcome for all this info.
People like this kind of stuff.
I know
like
they
to
do.
know what's going on in people's life.
Yeah, I'm so ready for a baby. Like, I've never felt this way before. And every time I watch, like, I just went to go see my best friend's baby. She was like, can you watch him for a couple hours? And I went to her. I was...
He's like 6 months now or less than
He's
that.
like 3 months almost.
3 months.
But I was teaching and like holding him at the same time. And like, he literally fell asleep like with this head
I missed
here.
this stage so much.
They're so cute.
When you have a baby, I'm going to come and kidnap it a lot.
That's fine.
I need
will
baby
take it.
snuggles.
I'll be like, yeah, please. So yeah, everything's, I mean, I think that's all like the updates. Just been productive AF. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
So
Yeah.
I can't think of anything else.
I can't either. I forgot to mention that I also went on a vacation this summer. I took the kids to Albuquerque, which is another really family-friendly place. Everything's really cheap there. Like, all the museums are really cheap. Like, $4 or $5 a person type of stuff.
Dang.
Whereas here, it'd be like $15 a person.
Yeah.
The restaurants are cheaper. It was cheaper to
Wow.
stay there. I got an Airbnb with a massive yard, a huge pool, 3 bedrooms for $250 a night.
Dang.
I was like, wow, what a steal.
That's
so,
pretty awesome.
Yeah, pretty exciting. And now I'm trying to figure out where to go next summer. Because I want to try to take the kids on a vacation every summer. It was just so much fun. Like, just being able to go, the 3 of us.
That's a really good idea.
I've never done that before. And it was
Yeah.
like really special and sweet. So.
Luckily, there's a lot of cool places in Colorado too. You know,
That's
we don't have
true.
To go too far, but
I
know
feel
it's
like
fun to get out
I've
of state.
visited a lot of cities here in Colorado already.
Yeah,
Except for Aspen, which I got to check out soon.
except for what?
Aspen.
Oh,
I'm really excited
Yeah.
about that.
that'll be cool.
Yeah. So that's our life.
Yeah, there's the update.
Yeah.
So much has happened. Yeah, this summer has just flown by. Like, honestly, it's crazy. That always happens in the summer because you're like looking forward to it, and then it's just like gone.
I know.
So,
What happened to it?
but
It's
it just
crazy.
means that fall's coming next.
Yeah. Well, and then the kids, if they were still in the same school that they went to last year, they would have started school yesterday,
What?
which seems wild to me.
Already?
Yeah, their old school called me yesterday and they were like, Eden and Jude are absent today. And I was like,
They were
"Excuse me?"
unenrolled?
No. I told them I was not enrolling them again and that they were going to a different school, and they like didn't take them off because Jude is sitting next to his best friend in the class, even though he doesn't go to school there. So they're waiting to hear back from our new school before they can like take them out of the system.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a whole process. They can't just like remove them. They have to get like school records from the new school.
That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. So, but still, it's like summer's, it's not much of a summer.
That is crazy.
But the reason why their old school starts so soon is because, you know, they have like
10,000 breaks.
literally every week there's a day off.
Yeah.
It's like a 4-day week.
That's what they should do, because there's like schools in like Denver that have 4-day weeks.
Yeah.
Like, if you're going to have so many breaks, just do that every week, you know?
Right. And then
do
it's
Monday
more
through
consistent.
Thursday.
It's like, okay, they don't have school Fridays. Got it.
Yeah.
This was always so confusing because it's like, they don't have school again.
Yeah.
And every time there's even like a slight snowflake on the ground, no school.
So true.
It'll be interesting this
Yeah.
year because their fall break is only 1 day this year. Instead of like 2 weeks last year, they had like a 2-week fall break.
They were really like, they were at the meeting and they're like, all right, no more fall break. Dang. Well. Anyway, that's all.
That's all, folks.
Let us know if you have any ideas, especially with like,
Yeah.
Fall
People you
season
want us
coming
to
up.
interview.
yeah.
If there's anybody that you're like, oh, I would love to see them on the podcast. I would love for you guys to interview them. Let us know who they are. Because
We'll reach
I'll reach out to them and be like, hey, you want to come on?
Taylor Swift.
Yeah,
She would love
heck
to be
yeah.
on this.
Oh, yeah.
She's not busy at all.
She's not busy at all. Nope.
Well, thanks for sticking with us, and
Yeah, thanks for being here
yeah.
and for coming back. I've had so many, not so many. I've had like 10 people. 10 people message me like, when are you guys coming back? Are you ever coming back? I missed the podcast.
We did.
So
just
at least we have
abruptly
10
end it.
people out there who care.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
It really just abruptly ended for a few months. Sorry about that.
It happens.
Yeah, it's life.
Life happens. Like we've said before, we do this in our spare time, and Kylie has like pretty much no spare time. She had like an hour window today for us to do this. And then, you know, I'm very busy as well, so it's hard to get together and find the time to do this. But
yeah, for sure.
But we try.
Yeah, we do it for you. All
We
right.
must really love you guys.
Absolutely. All right. Well, take care.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.